What did you say you was drinking?
Magnesium citrate.
That's why your arm back here is holding that chair.
I'm trying to keep it together.
You got your butt cheeks
like
clenched?
That means
Them butt cheeks is clenched up, huh?
One moment.
That's when he was talking about that energy. When the other person was talking about the energy, I was like, I feel the energy coming through, honey. I feel it.
The energy is moving. The energy is
moving.
The wrong energy.
Hey, you're releasing those sexually kinetic spirits out your ass.
Right.
You do like anal, so.
Loose at the door.
So?
As a good. Look at Jeremy over there now, like, okay, that's my kind of girl. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just saying.
With that to clear you out instead of doing that magnesium citrate.
What?
There's a tea. It's called Smooth Move.
That's what I use right there. It's gentle.
Because we use Smooth Move when we do the Masters cleanse.
That's because it's a gentle cleanse.
But it was Smooth Move is here, and I have some in the cabinet. But it was an emergency.
She's addicted. She's been on that citrate for about 15 years.
Her booty used to that aggressive ass shit. That's aggressive shit.
I came home and made me an orange juice and magnesium cocktail.
It is very aggressive.
It's so aggressive.
I was like, I need this. Like, I can't be late.
Smooth Moves is gentle. You bounce back good. You know what I'm saying? Smooth Moves is gentle. That's what I use.
I love Smooth Move. I'm all about the Smooth Move. But yeah.
I agree, and that is my shit. But when it,
in emergency,
I was desperate.
You need instant gratification.
I had Jency cards.
Jeremy, did you say that gets explosive?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I was holding on for your life, and I was like, thank you, Jesus. I ain't never prayed. Thank you, Jesus.
That's one of the ones you rubbing your thighs, rubbing your knees and shit. Like, it's so
desperate. Tasha called me, and I was like, I'm on the throne.
That's what was happening. You was gracing the throne.
I was, yes, honey, I'm sorry. Y'all already learned too much about me. Look, Jeremy just met me right now, and he's already learned my business.
Sorry, you got the right idea.
He knows that you're abusing your asshole right now, because that's what that shit does. It's abusive.
He trying to help you save an ass.
Save an ass.
Loving my asshole right now, honey.
I'm just saying.
I can do the Smooth Move the rest of the week, but today I needed to be aggressive.
Sorry, every time I do aggressive.
What you say, Tasha?
Every time I do my one hitter, I think about your sister.
My sister, the queen of the one hitter, honey.
Baby. I was like, this was I've had it forever, but I don't never use it. But I've been using it all week, and it's like,
hey, she is the queen of the one hitter, honey.
It's the job done.
All right, so Corey, what's the status of your friend? You ready to go? What you want to do?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. She hasn't responded, so
she's probably sleeping hard.
Yeah.
All right, well let's get this party started, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Doctor's growing. Y'all see this hang time? I retwisted today.
I see
it. It is. I see it. It's
hey.
6 months long.
All right, girl. All right. Hey, everybody. It's Thursday, which means it's another episode of Nationally Unbothered. I am Shari.
I'm Ebony.
I'm Tasha.
Come on with it, co-star.
And I'm Corey.
You better come with it. And what's your name, sir?
And I'm Jeremy.
Hello, Jeremy.
Jeremy.
We ain't gonna make a fuss over Corey because Corey been on the show so much he like the honorary co-host.
Exactly. Okay, see, I didn't get all them haze.
He's a regular dick on the show. Corey.
Okay.
But thank you for bringing us the new dick on the show. You know we like the dick.
I know you like new dick.
Thank you. And that dick right there is pretty fine. And his teeth look straight and they white.
Smile. That's what I'm saying. You better smile.
You better smile, bitch.
The only thing better than dick is new dick.
Yes.
And we thank you for the new dick.
Unfortunately, I am not able to get new dick, but I appreciate all y'all that can. Yeah.
All right.
But when I can, we're going to talk about it like a motherfucker on her.
I can't wait. I can't wait for y'all to get some new dick.
Okay.
Because since the last time I talked to y'all bitches, I done got some new dick. So.
Ooh. Several of them.
2 of them, to be exact.
Ooh.
We must catch up. We didn't do our pre-show.
We did not.
Okay, so.
2 dicks.
I think
No, bitch, no. My name is not Wanda.
I might slide on some summer dick. I might slide on some summer.
You need to fall on some dick. I don't care if it's summer dick, winter dick, fall dick. You need to fall on the dick. Yeah, fall on the dick.
Just fall on dick.
Fall on dick.
I don't know if I want no old dick, Corey. The only old dick I want.
Don't even fuck with no old dick. Get some new dick. Did we discuss that ain't nothing better than some new dick?
You're right.
He don't deserve it. I deserve what he got to offer, but he don't deserve what I got to offer. You know, and that's the whole thing about it all.
What you say,
Jeremy
Jeremy?
said, old dick, old problems. Exactly.
I wanted him to say it again.
Not with this old dick. This old dick, now I can call this old dick and just be like, hey, can you come by and give me some head? Like, where you at? Send me the address.
Oh, that's convenient.
Okay.
That's old convenient dick.
All convenient dick.
I need her to fall on a new dick. Like Corey walked up in the set today and he was like, you know what? Bam, here's some new dick. Jeremy, y'all better can't have a dick, but it's a new dick.
Right.
Tasha over here, she over here trying to reconcile with some old dick. Get some new dick, Tasha.
I ain't say nothing about no old dick. Y'all, that was Jeremy saying new dick, old dick. Somebody else said that.
Now she retracting.
That one here that got you feeling. Got you.
I told y'all.
Hold on. You said something about some old dick. I heard.
No, after somebody said it,
I suggested her get some old dick.
In my life, I wouldn't mind.
Mm-hmm.
But he don't deserve it.
You got one on speed there.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, shit, he been part of my life for 29 years, almost 29 years.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
That's some retro dick. That ain't no old dick. That shit retro.
I didn't say I've been getting dick that long. There was a
It's in the time span.
There was an 18-year break, and then I picked him back up for about a year, and he's been put back down since 2012.
Yeah, that's some forget about that dick. That's what that is.
I can pick him back up whenever I want to.
No, that's some if you ain't had that dick since 2012, all kind of shit done happened since then. COVID and all kind of other shit. You need to just get that dick up.
Again, I say, it's not my dick. It's not a dick that I care to frequent. However,
if you just need to.
if it's a situation where I know what I'm going to get, and it's just one of those horny moments, which I don't have often, but if it's just one of those, I decide I'm going to fuck, and I want to feel like this, and that's the person to call, that's the person to call.
That shit don't even feel the same from 2012, bitch. That motherfucker done had all kinds of shit done have. That dick ain't the same.
I put the nigga down for 18 years, and when he came back, he was not the same nigga, and it was not in a negative way. Trust and believe.
He had learned some things.
One session. If you didn't hear it on the last podcast we recorded 7 times in one session.
Okay.
motherfucking train.
Oh,
Derailing.
okay.
Fucking derailing.
You're right.
You're the only motherfucker that run trains. I don't.
Get back.
I don't have it.
The locomotive is here, motherfuckers. Get back on it. You're derailing.
It's the bell for me. It's the bell for me.
Come on now.
All right, let's first of all, what's everybody drinking? Let's switch it up.
They always on time limit. She got to have the bell to let the motherfucker know that, hey, the next one in the hall is his time now. She got to keep it.
What's everybody drinking? Let's switch it up.
I'm drinking. I don't even think I knew we were recording. I'm drinking this. Oh.
We did a whole introduction. Where this bitch been? And she introduced herself. What the fuck is happening?
I remember now. I'm drinking that and I'm chasing it with the.
Oh, okay.
I just tapped into the one hitter, so.
The one hitter.
We'll see how
Okay.
that goes.
Corey, what you drinking?
I just got some red wine tonight.
Okay.
Red wine.
What about you,
Yeah.
Jeremy?
I'm drinking Tito's and Diet Green Tea.
Okay.
Let me see what your abs look like.
We're gonna have the shit.
What? You always trying to see something, you little whore. You married whore.
Let me see what you're working with.
Put your dick on the glass.
Just
Put
for
your
the
dick on the
record,
glass.
Just for the record, I don't discriminate. I am an equal opportunist when it comes to looking at bodies. So if you got body, yada, 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 I have to look at it. And I don't care if you look at me. I'm going to look at you, though. I need you to know I'm going to look at you.
I will look and grab an ass even if I don't want it.
I mean,
Well,
there's
you just
nothing
gonna be
better
looking.
than to
And
grab
what
something.
you drinking, Ebony?
No, water?
Some magnesium what?
Oh, I drink some magnesium citrate. I ain't afraid to tell the people I drink some magnesium citrate. Sometimes you got to
You're acting like you drunk though. It's fucking with your brain, bitch. It's fucking with your brain.
She drinking that cocktail. Magnesium cocktail.
Yeah, I had orange juice. I had orange juice and magnesium cocktail. I put a straw in that shit. I sipped it. I did.
Was it on ice?
It was not, but it was chilled. It was chilled.
Come on, chill.
I keep my magnesium citrate in the refrigerator. It goes down easier that way. Okay. Shit.
It still come out
You judge
violent,
me.
regardless of how you take it in. Your
Sorry,
booty
what are
hole.
you drinking?
At the end of the day, you gonna have an ice pack on your booty hole because that shit gonna have violently been violated.
At the end of the day, though, I'm gonna be able to walk like I don't have a stick in my ass. So it's fine. Fuck.
I am
I don't
drinking
like walking at work.
this.
Come on, Gold Patron.
Hey, bitch,
That is what I am drinking.
And that is not her motherfucking friend.
Respirado. It's the orange,
sip
the
slow,
Respirado. I'm drinking
Sip
it
slow.
with a splash of water.
There you go.
Just because my daughter told me she's not cleaning up anything that I do from drinking this tonight. Because
I ain't mad at her.
That
she
bitch
said,
real disrespectful on tequila.
She's not the only one.
she the reason why.
Hey,
How you think she got? How you think she got?
Yeah, that shit happen. Yeah, shit. She the queen of it.
She think because she on water, she can talk shit about people on tequila. Don't do it.
Corey said, don't forget I know you,
I
bitch.
was trying to bring up old shit.
Corey said, I know you, bitch. All right, y'all. My cast update question is, what's the pettiest thing you've ever done to a friend? Corey, you are not a guest. Jeremy is the guest. I seen your mouth forming. Jeremy, what's the pettiest thing you ever did to a friend?
That's a good question.
It is.
Okay, let's say petty in the form of what petty? You know,
Whatever way you want to explain it, explain it.
and give it to us wrong. Now, are we talking nasty petty, or are we talking
Whatever.
Just whatever.
The nastier the better.
I Jermz. Whatever you got to offer.
Okay, so I had a friend who slept with my boyfriend at the time, and that friend was dating. Well, we weren't really friends anymore after that, but well, I guess we kind of were. But I ended up his boyfriend.
Also, payback.
Yeah, it was payback.
You was gonna say
You must
payback.
have a friend. I said that out loud since just now, so.
Ebony knows she identifies because that bitch is the queen of fucking
I absolutely identify. I do, and that is one of the pettiest things I've done. But you think you're gonna talk about me? I will suck your boyfriends or fiancés or husband's dick. I will do it and have and will. I won't now because I'm married, but bitch, catch me divorced and fuck with me. I will
hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your husband,
and don't have a son, bitch. That's 21. Cause don't fuck with me, bitch. I will get him. And then depending on how I'm feeling, cause sometimes I like girls. Well, I haven't liked girls in a long time, but just for the sake of argument, if I want to be petty. But watch her too, because I just want to be ugly. But I have also slept with my auntie's ex.
Mm.
Oh.
So I'm sure the fuck did, but it was a woman. So, but it don't matter. It was her ex.
Okay, yeah. Ebony, how do you identify yourself? Are you like?
It's her.
Okay.
She, her.
Yeah. What about it?
I just had a spell with girls.
She has spells that are like every 8 to 10 years.
and let me tell you, that shocked the fuck out of me.
Cause you know I love dick.
Ebony was a dick.
This
Crazy older dick than I was, and I was like,
her and SB start playing on Black Planet, and that's when she decided, oh, I like girls.
Honestly,
got thrown in the ring because I used to hang out and have lunch every day with these little heifers.
honestly,
And we ate it all over.
this is what happened. This is how I ended up with the girl. I was suing Popeyes for discrimination.
Yeah.
They had fired me. I was about to get evicted. I had formed a friendship with a girl in Houston. And she was like, just come here, I'll take care of you. And I said, okay. And I had been to visit, and I was attracted to her, and we were girlfriends.
That was after a couple of threesomes led you there.
I might have had a threesome or two.
And that led her to.
Oh, and with that stripper lady, Heidi, rest her soul. I think she's passed on.
oh, Heidi.
But yeah.
R.I.P. Heidi.
Good times, man. For real. I have lived.
The same friend that you were speaking of, who's petty, whose dick, her boyfriend's dick you sucked, that started with that same friend.
Oh, yeah. That was my foursome. I had a foursome with that friend. Before she had him, I had a foursome with him. I did. It was years ago.
Let me say, I give her shit, but I admire Ebony because Ebony just goes off the whim with shit. She be like, oh, she meet an Iranian guy at the club, then she just marries him.
Or she's on a Greyhound. Or she's on a Greyhound and jacks off the man next to her that she don't fucking know. Always have much respect for her.
Ebony has had an exciting life. I admire her.
That's why we writing a book. Cause that bitch right there.
I have lived free. I have lived my life. I can honestly say that I don't have any regrets. I would probably adjust some things, but I don't have any regrets. All those things happened. They made me me. And I'm open-minded because of it. I'm accepting and I'm loving of all because of it.
That's dope.
So
You dope. I don't even like you, and that was some dope shit to say. Yeah, so as you guys know, June is Pride Month, and we are celebrating Pride Month with our favorite gay, Mr. Corey. That's our favorite gay.
Favorite gay.
Yes. But even though as much as we are prideful for the LGBTQ plus community, a lot of shit happens that people pass off, they ignore, they just choose to not even, acknowledge. And so Tasha has sent us an article, and Ebony was like, we need to do a pride show. And I was like, you're right. And so me, because I'm always doing shame-worthy topics and shit like that, I decided, our topic and our shame-worthy topic, we're going to be the same thing. And that is how we treat the people of the rainbow community, especially transgenders, or people that don't identify as anything, but because you don't see it with your eyes and your vision, they're less than. I want to shame everybody that refuses to take their fucking sunglasses off or that mask off or whatever and not see these people for who they are. I want to shame all of you. And I just want to acknowledge these people. So in me doing my research after Tasha presented us with what we were going to actually talk about tonight,
that article is part of my segment, but it poses just a question to
these guys. It is, and that question is going to spark off our whole topic. Yeah. So, but before we do that, I just wanted to say that I decided to just do a little extra, go and do some statistics. Ebony's normally does all this kind of stuff. But in last year alone, 41% of the transgender people or non-binary or unidentifying people that were killed were black. Mm-hmm. But that's because it was a pandemic and we was on lockdown. So the year before will be 2019. 91% of us that don't identify, that are transgender, that are, non-binary, that are just different, just queer, gay, whatever, 91% of us died.
It's disgusting to think that.
From hate crime.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It really is. I agree.
Do you know that I cannot even imagine being a parent and not being able to love my child as they are, and forcing them to have to look for whatever they're looking for out on the street to be loved and cared for and understood. I just don't understand how a parent or anybody can be that way just because somebody wants to love who they love or be called what they want to fucking be called or identify as whatever they want to identify
Ebony, it's not even that. They don't even want all of that. All they want to do is just exist.
Exist. Be heard. Right.
That's it. I just want to exist. I want to be able to breathe the same air that you breathe.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's funny that you say that because I always tell people, I said, I feel like being gay is kind of like the new black. You think about the history that we have gone through as black people. We have been disowned, killed, denied jobs, living opportunities simply because we're black. And the same thing happens to the gay community. We are disowned by our families. Mm-hmm. We are, denied jobs or just, made fun of, made a mockery of, just simply because of who we are. And I always tell people, I feel like we're like the new black. We're like the new black. And our for gay people, our white people, is the Black community.
Oh, say it. You better say it.
You know, is really the Black community.
Thank you, religion, because that's why. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's kind of the number one issue and problem is religion. 100%. And I think it's crazy because I think religion separates, not even just dealing with sexuality, religion separates so many things and so many people. It's crazy that it's like...
It creates hatred.
It does.
Oh, yeah.
Religion creates
I feel like that's the first hatred that you learn is when you go to church.
Absolutely. If it don't walk like us and talk like us, we hate it. Like churches teach that.
Yeah.
They teach that. And they teach it's just crazy. It
I
really is.
respect religion for the aspect that it teaches you some values and some morals and some guidelines. But aside of that, it's foolishness and mayhem.
Right.
Spirituality teaches you that. You don't need religion to teach you that.
You don't, but I'm just saying the first thing that us as a people, that's what we're exposed to.
When we were young.
Right. That's what I mean. Yeah.
That's what came out of it. You're right. You're right.
So, but other than that, that's where that comes from. I mean, it just does.
Yeah, absolutely. And to kind of piggyback on what you said, Ebony, I think a lot of people and parents who are like that, they're more concerned about what their friends, right, and family are going to say and think versus let me make sure that I love my child. Mm-hmm. Like, forget about my coworker that I don't even talk to.
Right.
You know, forget about the neighbor who lived down the street. Let me make sure that my child is okay. But it's about image. And one of the reasons that I have so much respect for Dwayne Wade, especially living in this male-dominant macho type of world that he comes from, sport, and is okay to be like, okay.
Embracing.
You know, embracing and teaching his child that you can be you and it's okay and I support you.
And he's still affectionate, which makes it, and because a lot of men aren't affectionate, but he's being affectionate in a masculine way that is so empowering and enduring to his child and just to the masses. And just by him being the person that he is, that's not even how they do, because he is so masculine. But to just make himself vulnerable in that state, the way he is, I love it. I love seeing him. I love seeing Gabrielle support him. That's why I'm for it.
Yeah.
Kudos to him.
Yeah. It's great. It's a great example, and I hope that it teaches people and people can learn from it.
Yes.
And just, and I'm sure he's gotten a lot of slack, maybe probably have even lost, job opportunities because of it. But the fact that he's standing by his child is amazing to see.
Yeah, because
Can you all...
Go ahead.
I was just going to ask Jeremy and Corey how did it feel? I don't want to say that I was around you before you officially came out, Corey, but I feel like I was in Fairfax. But how was it when you had to let your friends or maybe some people I knew, but if I was telling your mom and just sharing that with your families, how was it? Were you accepted?
One thing that I will say, it was definitely hard for me. I'm feminine, so it's like a lot of people that were my friends had, an inkling or, Corey's gay. He's just never, said it or whatever. So it wasn't this humongous, what? Type of, thing. But I will say, I, of course, denied it for years, you know, and my mom would ask me, and I would, you know, deny it. And I'll never forget, I was at her house, and she asked me again, and I think I was still living in Oklahoma City, and she asked me, and I was just like, I don't have the energy to lie anymore. I don't want to lie. And I was just like, yeah, you know, I am. And, you know, she took it well. Like I said, I don't think it was a big shock. I think it was just, she wanted me to say it.
Right.
And, you know, we had like a conversation about it, and she was like, you're not gonna like start wearing dresses, are you? Okay. And I'm like, no. And I just think a lot of parents, they're just not educated on it. They think that, my son is gay, he wants to be a woman.
Right.
You know, and that's not the case. You know, I'm just sexually attracted to men. I'm fine with being a man. I'm just sexually attracted to men. And so my mom, she, you know, accepted me. And after I got the acceptance from my mom,
that's it.
It was just kind
of
like,
the world. It is.
Exactly.
It is. Because that was when I came out, that's exactly, once I told my mom, I didn't give a fuck about nobody else.
Exactly.
Fuck all the rest of y'all. Because the only one person who I was worried about was like, be you. Do what you want to do.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jeremy, what about you?
My response to that is kind of really, it's really long-winded, but, and matters to make it a little bit shorter. My coming out was not so much the coming out, it was more so than finding out. In the act of, you know, having sex. And so,
your parents caught you?
They caught you? Oh, wow.
Called me, and
I would have died.
I was 16 years old, and the guy I was with, he was 15. We had been dating for, like 4 or 5 months, and my mom noticed us getting closer. I just got my driver's license, started driving, so I would pick him up. And he was always sleep on the side of my bed. My mom always had all these pillows and stuff on all of our beds, so I would leave a little crease on the side, a little, maybe like 2 feet from my bed from the wall. I would throw my pillows in that little corner, and at night he would go over there and sleep there. He wouldn't sleep over every night, but and so there was one night we smoked a little bit and had a few drinks. My dad he owned a few liquor stores, and so I always had access to alcohol. And we drank quite a bit that night. My dad was not home. He was in Iraq. He was serving in Iraq. And my mom walked in that morning, and she seen let me give you a little story on it. We both kind of look alike. Me and the guy, we both had like this big curly hair, and the only difference is we're about the same color, same size, everything. And he had hazel eyes. So my mom came in the room, and you know, he's like coming over the cover like that, and I'm like hunching behind him, and he's like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Oh." My mom was like, "Can you pick your sister up from school?" And I'm like, "Yeah," and she doesn't see his mouth move, I'm sure. So she's like, "Wait, what?" Pulls the covers off of us. We're both butt ass naked. She goes, "What the fuck is going on here?" And I'm like, "Oh my God."
Just the fact of getting caught having sex, I would have died.
Right. Like, whoa.
And then you get...
What's going on here? And I'm just like, we're just playing. And she's like, no, like you guys you're having sex. Like, what the fuck is going on? I'm just like, oh my God. She runs, her room is directly across from mine. She runs to her room, grabs a fucking belt, and starts beating the shit out of both of us.
Oh my God.
Back handles and shit. The first things that she could reach, she's like throwing it at us. In which, you know, it was disrespectful. I should not have been doing that. You know, I was a teenager just trying to, you know, find my way.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that happened. And I was obviously grounded for 2 months.
Forever. You never were not grounded.
Keys were taken. Wallet was taken. You know, no allowance, no nothing. I couldn't even play football at the time. Like,
oh, you know, and you were a football player?
And I had a girlfriend who did not.
Oh my gosh, you're an Elin Harris book.
Okay.
So yeah, and that girlfriend, I still talk to her, but me and her were together for like 5 years, and I told her that I was interested in men, and she never believed me. But back on the subject of the parents, at that point, it was always an issue, and it wasn't. I learned now that my mom, she just wasn't very educated in knowing a lot of Black gay men. Mm-hmm. And the one Black gay man that she was close to was my dad's older brother. Mm-hmm. And that brother had died from AIDS during the pandemic, so it wasn't a matter of her being ashamed.
She was scared.
She was scared to her. And I've heard this from her best friends after meeting with them and having lunch, you know, because I ran away for a year. Oh, you don't accept me? You don't have to. You don't have to deal with me. I'm going to leave. And I made that 17 years old. I said, I'm gone. You don't have to deal with me. I don't want to deal with this. I'm out. And I ended up having a dinner with her friends, and her friends were just like, you know, you need to come back home. And, you know, she just doesn't understand. And she's scared.
You know? So are both of your parents Black, Jeremy?
Yes.
Okay.
I come from a military background. Both my parents in the military.
Oh, and that's even harder.
My dad's
a big part of it too, military.
Big teddy bear. Like, he accepted everything. I even heard from my brothers. My dad told my brothers that he told me this when he told them when I was younger that your brother may come out and be different from the rest of you. And if I ever hear you guys call him out of his name, I will beat your ass and kill you.
Amen to your
so
daddy.
So he knew before you had even said anything.
Yeah, my dad,
Amen to your father.
He is such a private investigator. He would hold stuff up and be like, so do you want to play with, would you play with this or would you play with this? Oh, okay. What about this? Would you play with this? You like this? I'm like, I'll play with that, yeah. And I didn't realize I was being tested at such a young age, but, you know, my dad was very accepting. My mom wasn't. It took my mom a long time to come back around, but now she's here, and it took a while, a lot of education and a lot of heart-to-heart talks, and, you know, she was a Bible thumper at the time, and I had to explain to her that, you know, there's a lot of things in the Bible that are misinterpreted.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
A very religious person, but at the same time, like, I understand that the Bible is so many years old, and, you know, people just kind of add what they want and take away what they don't. So
we're not even gonna go into the Bible, but
that's a whole other show.
We ain't even gonna do it. We all gonna be rebuked and everything else. Shit, we gonna get the ultimate cancel. We get canceled every week because of Ebony, but we gonna get the ultimate cancel. So we gonna leave that shit alone. Tasha, can you tell us about your article?
Yes. So I was going to pose a question to you guys before I talked about the article that do you think that it is okay to conceal your sexuality when you are, I guess, reaching out or pursuing others on dating apps and things of that such?
Mm.
You mean like a man that's like bisexual?
Yes, or even maybe trans, because I'm not really sure how that translates.
Right.
But
Corey, you don't get to answer first. Jeremy gets to answer first because he's our guest.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Excuse me.
Corey, I brought the new dick, but I want the new dick to go away because I got shit to say.
as like trans or bisexual or DL?
At any sexuality, if I am a trans woman and I turn into a man, should I reveal my past, who I was, if I'm dealing with a woman? If I am a gay woman, if I'm a gay man, or and then I dress up in makeup and I'm on a dating app, should I reveal who I am? Because there's people out there that want that, and there's people out there that don't. So do you think it's wrong for people not to reveal who they are when they're seeking heterosexual mates?
Absolutely. I think I don't agree with that because I've watched some people. I've had a friend commit suicide behind that. I've had a friend who was killed in a hotel, and I know that it was behind her being trans. And sometimes people, they're not as transparent as everyone, and so then it's just like, this guy discovers that there's, extra junk down there, and then now it's a problem because, whoa, what if someone finds out? What if you blackmail me? What if there's so many what ifs that comes with that? And also, for me, in my own journey, I wouldn't agree with it because there's so many things that you have to discover about yourself, and for you to throw all that onto someone else, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that because you have to be one with yourself in order to be able to accept who you are and to really come to a relationship whole. Even if we're talking hooking up, like there's still that risk that someone would not agree with, those parts downstairs, or they may not even be attracted to it. So to me, it's like, come as you are, come whole, come 100. There's so many people in this world, if they don't agree with you, I'm sure you can find 10 people down the street that will.
That do. I agree. Corey?
Oh, I can talk now. Okay.
Get out your feelings, bitch. You supposed to be unbothered, bitch. Unbothered. Get out your feelings.
Before you get started, Corey, before you start, please state the name of the podcast.
Naturally Unbothered.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, I do agree with Jeremy. I do think that people should be upfront. Although the other side of it, I do understand why people are not upfront about it. Mm-hmm. Not that I think that it's okay or even right to do, but I do get why people will do it.
Okay, explain that side.
Well, that's okay. So, like, I have male friends who are bisexual, and they like men and women, and they don't feel like they can totally be themselves or be upfront with women because, and I've experienced, not personally me, but I've experienced even my female friends will be like, oh, if a nigga ever came to me and he been with a dude, I ain't fucking with him. And it comes across like, well, why? And it makes me as a gay man feel like I'm the scum of the earth. Like I'm disease-ridden. Like if your dude messed with a dude 10 years ago, you wouldn't fuck with him because he got something. And just to me, it's like, wow, but he done fucked 20 other females, bareback, and you're okay with that. So people.
So let me interrupt you and just ask you: do you think it's because, or have they stated specifically because it's because they think you have something?
No. I don't think that.
Like that's what.
No, it's just how I feel, because I've even asked female friends that have said that, and they're just like, I just can't. I'm like, but why? I just can't. And so they've never said that. It just, now my mind.
To small-minded. I think it boils down to mentality.
I don't even think it's that, because I told y'all I'm a hypocrite when it comes to women on women and men on men. I'm the worst hypocrite, because everyone knows I'm very open-minded to all kinds of shit. I have a gay husband. Like, I'm okay with shit. But I think it disgusts me. And this is an honest show. I'm being honest. It disgusts me sometimes when I see two men having sex. But it arouses me when I watch it in porn. Exactly. I seen both of y'all heads go to same. I don't know why it is. What you say?
That's the same shit.
It is, but it's like the person and the people. Like, I'm like, oh, and then I watch it in porn, but I'm aroused. So, I mean, I told you, I don't even deny it. I'm a hypocrite when it comes to it because of that. And it don't even make sense, because how you gonna be aroused by watching shit on TV, but you got two people next to you?
You can't discredit what I just said about it being amongst the state of mind, because that is clearly a state of mind.
It is clearly a state of mind, and everybody know I'll be the first person to stab up everybody over my gay friend. Don't you better not say nothing. Don't look at my gay. Everybody knows it, and I'm bisexual. Like, so.
So I wonder, is it like the personal connection to the person that you don't like or you have a problem with?
It has to be, Corey, because I have literally played this scenario over in my mind like a billion times. Like, you don't even make sense. But to me, it makes like all the sense.
You're a Scorpio.
A lot of things make sense to you.
That's how we make that make sense. She's a Scorpio. Okay. But okay, so the reason I state the question, and thank you guys thank you for those descriptions in your answer, especially Jermz. Like,
Tasha,
man,
1 second.
Yep. So I was saying, the reason I posed the question to you guys, and thank you so much for your feedback, because man, y'all couldn't have been more transparent. Jermz, thank you for sharing, because you said something that that is the reason that I brought this up. I ran across an article that was very recent about the very subject of a guy, Virginia Tech football player, met someone on Tinder, and they met on Tinder, and they had their first encounter. The first encounter. His encounter, this is an 18-year-old guy, just moved to Virginia Tech, just drafted, has potential to go NFL, right? But he's drafted. Anyway, he's on Tinder looking for something to do, runs across Angie. He meets up with Angie for the first time on April 10th, I want to say. I had my notes written down. I believe it was April 10th for the first time, and got some oral sex from Angie. And that's all that went down the first time. The second time, he was meeting up with Angie was on May 31st, I believe, which is he showed up to Angie's apartment, and that's when he learned that Angie was indeed Jerry Smith. Which he proceeded to then punch Jerry in the face 5 times. This is what he told the police in his court documents, and then started to stump him. He stumped him to the point where all the bones in his face was broken. My whole thing is just like, nobody deserves to die that type of death. That shit was fucked up, and in my mind, I just pictured this kid, this 18-year-old kid going off because he just don't, you know, like I think somebody mentioned earlier, I don't know if you're going to blackmail me, I don't know what's going on. I think he just, it sounds like in the story that he just lost his mind. And then later, you know, like in the court documents, it says that he apologized. He even said that the guy never even retaliated. He never even defended himself in the action. And he left the apartment, heard the guy bubbling and gurgling blood, and never even called the fucking police.
Oh, no.
And that's disturbing as fuck to me. It's disturbing as fuck. So that's why I posed that question. And again, please don't misunderstand what the fuck I'm saying or what I'm asking, because he did not deserve that. He did not deserve that.
No.
However, I do feel like it could have been avoided. And I asked the question because, like, I just feel like there are communities out there for everybody. You know, so when I say...
Especially today.
Especially today. Like, this was literally just a couple weeks ago, if even. You know, this was not that... a few weeks ago now. But... like, I just feel like in the trend, in the there's just an area, there's social media, there's apps, there's just a place for everybody.
It is.
And technically, I've heard that Tinder is a place for that. Now, I don't know what all goes on these apps, but I've heard rumored that Tinder is specifically for looking for the different type of individuals.
I agree.
I don't know.
I agree.
I don't know that to be sure, but that is what I've heard in the past. And I know that, like, around here, there was some weird ass robberies happening where guys were reaching out, saying they were gay, reaching out to gay guys, having them come to an abandoned house and robbing them. And they were literally like lining people up. People were literally falling over, people laying on the ground, duct taped.
Wow.
It was like 15 bodies. They weren't dead, but they had all been robbed. They were like doing a sting, calling all these people to these houses and robbing them, thinking they coming for sex. But it was supposedly gay sex. And they were calling them from Tinder. Neither here nor there. However, that's what happened with this situation. This 18-year-old college football player killed this man was 40 years old. Angie was a 40-year-old male. Passing himself off as a female on Tinder, and that allegedly led to his death. So that's why, what'd you say, Ed?
I was just gonna ask. My question is: did Angie identify as a woman? Like, is that how she had been portraying herself to the football player as?
Yes, and the first time we met up with her and had oral sex, she gave him oral sex. He was under the impression that it was a woman.
I want to know if Angie lives her life out as a woman or as a trans woman.
It wasn't that specific.
Or as a drag queen. That's the difference. Either she's drag queen.
I'm assuming if there was a picture that she was dressed up, if he went and got head, common sense would say that he was dressed as a woman, not a man, because when he went back the next time, I'm assuming the head was good, so he went back. Again, this kid has only been in this town for like 4 months. He's new to this college town. Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming he went back looking for more because he thought he was going to hook up with a woman, and that's when he found out, trying to go into the next situation, past oral. That's when he realized that it was a man instead of a woman. So I'm assuming that...
And then he just snapped.
Or the Smith was dressed up as a woman. Both times. Passed himself off on Tinder as a woman, because that's what it says. He thought he was meeting Angie, but the second time he went to meet her, he found out that...
Angie was Andrew.
Jerry Smith.
You said Jerry Smith.
It probably was
that's like literally the story name, for real.
It probably was a trans woman I'm assuming, probably.
Or a gay man in drag, whatever the case may be.
Maybe so. Either way, like, I definitely, something horrible happened, and I wish that it didn't end that way, but I feel like when people are not honest, you know, these are the type of things that could possibly happen. You put yourself in these situations. I don't know what it's like to be a trans. I don't know what the pool is like for, you know, finding people or whatever that they feel like I gotta lie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there are, you know, different sites and
Is
stuff.
it I gotta lie, or is it just I'm selfish and I want what I want and I'm gonna trick you into? That's the thing that you have to be. Because there are some
I think it's a combo of two. I will say that even within our community, it's something about people have a fascination with getting a heterosexual man.
turning them out.
Turning them out.
That's the point I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because that's what I know. Because I've talked to some gay friends that.
Yeah.
But there are women like that too.
Yeah.
Because I've dated a woman like that.
Want to turn a guy. I don't think they're dressing up to do that.
Right.
You know, they're just like
it's not a deceitful thing type of. But yeah, I think it's a combination of both. Some of them want to turn them out. Some of them want to get, you know, trade or whatever. So there is that selfish part of it, and then I also think that there is another part of, you know, I want to be touched by somebody, and maybe the pool of men that it's not that big for me.
It's not happening fast enough over here in the pool that I should be playing in, so I'm going to go over here and dip my stick in this pool.
Yeah.
I get it.
But I definitely think it's a combination of both. I don't think it's something that people should do. I think you should be honest.
Let me decide.
This is kind of, well, it's actually on subject because I will say that I have been approached by a trans man, you know, that I was very attracted to, and, you know, got switched the phone numbers, you know, met at a club, and then, you know, 2 weeks later, you know, we meet up for a brunch, and, you know, we get to talking, and, you know, I respect him for telling me, you know, I'm a trans man. You know, how do you
didn't know?
I didn't know. I had no idea.
Stop. Okay. When you say somebody's a trans man, that's a woman that has now trans into a man?
Yeah, trans man.
Okay. I needed to understand that because the verbal, I need to be clear. I don't know.
Yeah, it's very confusing, but, you know, it was, and that was one thing that opened my eye to that part of the community, because I didn't understand how you would, to me, I couldn't figure out why would you be a trans man and you're still attracted to men. And so, you know, he then explained to me, you know, this is who I am, you know, inside. You know, I've never felt like I was a woman. You know, I hate these parts on me, you know, my breast and, you know, down below and all this other stuff. And, you know, he even said that he would put like a strap on and, you know, go to town. And so I'm just like, you know, I really am I'm grateful that you explained that to me and that we're talking about this over brunch. But I can tell you now that I probably wouldn't want to explore that side of you. Which there is guys that would do that, you know, like maybe a bisexual.
I have a friend who's into trans men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And trans porn is really great.
I've never watched it.
I have, and I can't.
I have, and I can't. I got it.
It's just not for me. No, it's just not for me.
It's not for me either.
Well, I get it, and I mean, it's slightly confusing. It confuses the shit out of me because I'm not gay and I don't want to eat no pussy.
Right.
I enjoy lesbian porn.
Me neither, Tasha.
Like, that's my go-to porn. Corey, right?
I concur.
Right.
Right.
But that lesbian porn, like, that's my quickest way to get my
It's hot for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's about the passion of the passion of women. You know, I don't want to just see that other bullshit. So it's just, I don't know. It's just weird. We like what we like. You know.
I'm the same way, but I'm gonna tell you now. I was so much more respectful, I respect him more because he actually said that. Told me it was very formal, you know, and I can say I respect him more. But the thing is, if we were to just engage into like a hookup or whatever, like, yeah, I would be upset. I would probably be pissed. But at the same time, like, I can understand how the guy, or, you know, who had, you know, beat up the trans woman, I can understand how he was upset. But then again, that brings up another topic too, which is, you know, black men, we are supposed to be these, you know, these strong men who suppress our feelings. And when things like, not that I'm making up an excuse for that guy, but it's just that when things like that happen and you feel betrayed, there's that betrayal of trust, and some men, they lose their fucking minds.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And trying to be these suppressed, hardcore black men who don't show feelings, and so when those feelings rise to the surface, it's
we also have to take into consideration, and I don't condone what that young man did at all. Like, it's disgusting. He was 18.
18.
His brain is not even
matured.
Right. So I can see
He
how
sealed his fate for the rest of his life, and he didn't even know or realize it just because of the immaturity of his brain.
Exactly. So I'm like, damn, it's fucked up in so many ways that
on both sides. Because
it is.
It's fucked up. It's fucked up that Angie couldn't be herself and be free.
And that's the shame to the
like
world.
She had to hide it.
Yeah.
Shame to be, yes. And it's fucked up that his reaction was what it was, because I feel like maybe, I don't know, had he had a little bit more maturity and age on him, since nobody knew,
he could have walked away.
It was just between them two. Nobody would have ever had to find out again.
He would have just walked away.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then again,
or maybe would have just beat him up and
beat that ass and leave
and left. You know what I'm saying? But not beat him to death.
I really think that's what he thought he had done, was just beat him up and leave.
It was a range of
he took it way too far. Mm-hmm. Like the 5 punches, he told the police, like, I punched him 5 times in the face, and after that, I started stumping him. But he was stumping him in the face. Like, he literally
like blacked out. He probably blacked out.
It ain't no probably.
So,
he did.
In his mind, he thought, I just beat him up for disrespecting me and I left.
No, he's 18. He thought he thought I'm stumping him because I'm embarrassed.
Right.
Because he's 18. Because you have to think, teenagers.
Murder wasn't what he thought.
You're right. He did not, because kids, teenagers, not even kids, teenagers think that whatever they're going through at the moment is the forever. It's gonna last forever.
Yo, it's this group of, it's this generation of teenagers. If these teenagers would have grew up how I grew up, they'd all be dead. They wouldn't have survived it.
They wouldn't have.
Oh no. So I'm like, and so sometimes I'll be feeling like, I'm sure it's our fault as parents, because we've tried to shield our children to be, to not have to go through what we've gone through, but at the same time, it's made them weak, and they can't solve problems the way we were. Like, I had no choice but to solve problems. I was like, okay, I ain't got neither parent. I gotta just do what I gotta do, take care of my kids. I gotta just do what I gotta do. So it wasn't like, I don't know. There were suicide attempts, but those were for other reasons. And of course, I came through it. But this shit, my mom doesn't love me. I can't feel like, I just don't know. Like, I can't really relate to that, because
some people choose to do that whole manipulation shit, because some kids in this generation are choosing to rise above the bullshit.
Yeah. There are some
of these motherfuckers that is in their 20s that's building Black Wall Streets and shit right now.
You know what I'm saying? All the kids.
And then we got some that's laying down, and that's.
But a big majority of them, they're very entitled.
Very.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So
you ain't got to tell me, boy. I got 2 of them.
that entitlement is a mug for sure.
Okay, it's serious.
So we all agree that was deplorable. So I had asked Corey. When I talked to him and asked him about this episode, I had to be on it. I had a question about what, they've added more letters to LGBTQIA. And so I was like, what does the plus stand for? What's the IA? So Corey was unsure, and I thought you told me you were anyway. Anyway, I Googled it. And so I'm going to.
Because when I grew up, you was just, it was
gay.
You was gay or you was lesbian.
Gay.
Okay.
Lesbian didn't come into play until the 90s. You were just gay.
You was gay,
right.
Period. And so now it's just so many things, and even as a gay person, I'll be like, what?
The rainbow, you hear me?
It be so much, like, I'm
the rainbow with
you want to be referred to as a they and a us, and I be like, look, I can't.
What's your pronoun?
All right, so y'all know the L is for lesbian, the G is for gay, the B is for bi, the T is for trans, the Q is for queer, and so the I is for intersexual.
I didn't even know queer was acceptable.
Yeah, it's what
it is.
Yeah. So and so the Q is for queer. The I is for intersexual or intersex.
What does that mean?
I'll have to Google that for you. But
I don't even know.
And the A is for asexual.
Mm-hmm.
So, and to answer your question, Tasha, it does say here, queer is a controversial word given in its past derogatory use. But just like we've turned nigga around as a black people, some of those gay people are saying, I'm queer. I'm here and I'm queer. So that's how. Exactly.
Right.
But I would think that gay is the same as queer.
It is, because gay is the politically correct term, and queer is what they call you as slander back then. But now it's
No, it's not. It can't be. Because why is that part of the letter?
No. I said back then, y'all. Back then.
It was. That's why I was like, I didn't know it was accepted.
Yeah, that's why I said back then.
It was meant for a derogatory term. Now, queer is in a woman who's attracted to almost a woman that looks like a man. It's
just a different. You're just
okay, and that's right. That's why I was confused. Like,
what is queer?
But that's the thing. Queer encompasses so much.
Mm-hmm. Right.
All this shit encompasses so much.
It is. It's saying that queer is an adjective meaning strange or odd.
Right. So all kinds of different shit.
Yeah, and that's what the whole reason for us wanting to do this Pride episode is so that we can let our listeners who don't understand be able to understand and kind of really empathize, I guess, for lack of a better word. Like, I want the people who listen to this podcast to have a better understanding of the rainbow community. Like, you don't have to accepted. You don't have to like it. You don't have to do nothing. But I do want you to be able to see where these people are coming from, because you get a choice to love who the fuck you want to.
Well,
you get the choice.
What the fuck it is you don't like. I'm sick of people saying they don't like something, but can't tell you what the fuck it is they don't like about it.
Yeah, you get a choice to be called him or her. So these other people should get a choice to be able to identify as whatever they identify as. And let that
like
be
I said originally, people need to be seen. Act like you see them. Stop acting like they don't exist. Like these people exist. We all exist. Like, people are here.
This shit's been around for years. There have been
centuries
and trans people for centuries.
Yeah,
in the Bible.
You're exactly.
I'm not
definitely take it to the Bible. You are absolutely correct.
There's a few guys.
There's so much crazy shit in the Bible. That's why I'm sick of these religions trying to flip shit and we make it what we want it to be. Like, stop it. It's a story in the Bible where the daughters got their daddy drunk so they can lay with him and have his baby. They own damn daddy's baby. Like, cut this shit out.
Right.
I'm so sick of this shit.
Very
you
true.
sinning ass motherfuckers that's judging everybody else for sinning different than you sin. Like, suck your own.
That's where individuals learn hate from the very first time in life.
I'm sick of that shit.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's like your sin is greater than my sin.
First of all, sin is sin. If a lie is a sin and murder is a sin, if every time you tell a lie, you might as well kill somebody. It's the same sin.
It's the same.
It's the same.
Okay. So this is on my mind, and I'm gonna bring this up to you guys because I've always questioned it. Do you guys remember a few years ago when Caitlyn Jenner had, came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
As being Caitlyn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Or came out as Caitlyn. What still boggles my mind to this day, and and it may be my own lack of educating myself in some of the trans community, because I do have trans friends, but I don't want to offend them by asking, certain questions. But most of my trans women friends, they like men.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me to see Caitlyn Jenner come out as trans woman who's still attracted to women. Well, wouldn't you fall under the umbrella of lesbian? But then it's just like, okay, so you want to keep your penis.
You would fall on it, but you still have your penis.
Yeah, and then you fall under this umbrella of trans, but then you still are.
No, you're heterosexual.
Well, I think the way that it was explained to me, I've heard somebody break it
down. That's why they keep adding these letters, because they can't explain this shit.
Exactly.
That's the queer.
Somebody do something different that they can't explain. They add a motherfucking letter to feel included.
Yeah, that's alphabet. But
like a handicap, and it's just like, no. Well, you get people that come in as Corey. Go ahead, because I'm just gonna.
I was gonna say, as it was explained to me, as my identity doesn't necessarily correlate with what I'm sexually attracted to.
Mm.
So, like, Caitlyn Jenner always felt that she was a woman,
mm-hmm.
but she's attracted to women.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it would be kind of like the guy that you went out with that was a trans man. Like, I don't feel like I'm a woman. I don't feel like that, but I'm attracted to men sexually. So it's separate. It's two separate things. Like, this is what I identify as, is who I am, but I'm sexually attracted to, I guess, the sex that I'm supposed to be attracted to.
Right.
So it's two different things.
Like Willie. Willie identifies as a woman.
Who is Willie?
But really was to me. No?
I mean, that's the same scenario. I mean, that's why I say it just should have stopped at the Q, because it's just queer. It's just different. Queer means different. Like, it's different.
Yeah. It's different.
Which includes everything.
It includes everything.
I feel the same way. It includes everything. Like, I don't know, and maybe this is
alphabet.
This is intersex.
Selfish part of me, because my alphabet is covered, but I just feel like
this is the definition of intersex. The definition of intersex is a person born with a combination of male and female biological traits. There are several different intersex conditions. So that makes sense. So somebody who's born with both body parts,
like a hermaphrodite.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think that was
No, that said traits. That's hermaphrodite is not a trait.
They actually have parts.
Thank you. That's not a trait.
They actually have their parts.
He did say trait, but I get what you're saying, because we always, or Christians or religious people always trying to say, you're not born that way. I honestly believe that's not born.
It says that. Yes, it says right here, intersex people are individuals born with any of several variations in sex characteristics, including chromosomes, gonads, sex hormones, or genitals.
I'm gonna get ready to say that. They mean hormones, chromosomes, and genitals. They mean all the above.
All that.
All the above.
Because that's like I saw a case. I've done a little bit of research on this, but not much, because I wanted it to kind of be authentic, not authentic, but kind of off the cuff. But I did something on intersex. So there were a set of twins born, and one of the twins went in. The male twins. They both got circumcised, but the doctor messed up one of the circumcisions, and when he did that, it was kind of mangled the person, the man, the little boy, the baby. And so the parents opted to give this child hormones and women hormones and raise him as a girl. Yes, it was on. You can Google it. It was on Oprah. Twin boys, one raised as a girl. I don't know how you can Google it, but it was on Oprah many years ago. So the man's actually a grown man now, and I believe he's living as a man because he found out it's true.
And he probably identified with a man, and they
probably was struggling with it.
Yes, because he had male. I mean, sometimes there are some women who have some men who have very soft features. But this particular man had man features. You can't, some that hormones ain't going, estrogen ain't going to help all that all the time. Mm-hmm. So, but they kind of made him a vagina because they had messed up the circumcision. So,
why is that an option? What would you be like? I fucked up your dick, so I'm gonna turn it to a pussy.
Because back in the day, because they used to maim kids back in the fucking day, and then leave the parents stuck. Like, what the fuck do I do? I don't even think the parents sued or anything. They just said, "Oh, it was just like an honest mistake." It's not a fucking honest mistake. If y'all do goddamn circumcisions all day, fucking every day, how you fucking clipping the fucking skin?
Right.
So
you had one job to push it back and snip it.
Right. So this conversation, and there's I think there's a basketball player that's a girl, Brittany Griner or somebody. I don't know. I could be getting this all wrong.
Wait a minute. What they say about Brittany Griner now?
Okay, so my bad. I don't know. I thought she was not transgender, but I thought she was maybe born with 2 or a lot more testosterone. I don't know. Some ain't right. I mean, not that it's wrong, but it's different. And she is manly. I don't know. The bitch ain't right. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know what is happening.
What's right?
But I'm saying her voice is deep.
saying. If that's not what she if that's not how she feels.
I don't because sometimes, look, this in my mind, I'm like, okay, I understand.
This is why we get canceled every motherfucking week. Go ahead, shoot, bitch.
Let me say this, please, in the most respectful way.
Disrespectful way.
I think that I get it how trans people or anybody can say, you know what, I'm in the wrong body. I'm absolutely in the wrong body.
But they don't know that they're in the wrong body.
Well, they feel like I'm their girl or their boy that way.
Yeah.
They feel that way as young kids. They know there's something wrong. So I'm saying, I'm feeling like Brittany Griner, or whatever her name is, the basketball player. I don't even know. Because I don't watch basketball, college basketball, whatever she play. I don't fucking know. Anyway.
She's in the WNBA.
I feel like
you ain't saying the wrong name.
She was born. I feel like her chromosome count.
I love you. I watch you.
I feel like her chromosome count was for a boy, but they made her a girl. Like it's like
none of this is facts. We do not subscribe to what Ebony is saying.
Like if you're born with both, if you're born with both genitals or whatever,
no one knows what her vagina looks like.
They made a decision and they made the wrong one. Yeah, that's what I feel like. No, I could be wrong, and I mean y'all can act if you want to. I don't fucking care, but I'm just saying that's what it appears to be.
I would also think that as a parent, that would be kind of like, what the fuck do we do?
Right.
You just let the child be. That's what you do. You just allow them to be, and then why is everything so male, female? Just be like, whatever.
I also feel like
you can fuck me.
I also,
I mean, shit. Oh my God.
I also feel like, and you ladies all are mothers, but I also, and I've had to, I mentor some of the young kids, but I tell them, I said, what you have to understand is that your parents have a dream and a fantasy for you when you're born. So if they're having a little girl and they fantasize about picking out prom dresses and wedding dresses and your dad walking you down the aisle and then you turn out to be this big stud lesbian, it's killing your parents' dream.
Yeah, and then it's fuck their fantasy because it's my life at the end of the day. Fuck your fantasy.
That's right. That's why I don't get it. I told my children, I was like, I don't care if y'all want to be gay, you want to be a lesbian. I don't give a shit. Whatever you want to be, you're going to be the best. So if you decide you want to wake up tomorrow and be a drag queen, guess what? Everybody gonna know because I'm gonna be investing in all of your drag queenness. You're gonna be the best motherfucker to walk the planet.
Because at the end of the day, what the fuck does that have to do with the type of human being that I am?
Exactly. I'm gonna
fuck your fantasies, Dad.
Exactly.
Mom,
Exactly.
fuck you.
It's not about you. I posted today that's what I posted today. Like, people need to live the life that's designed for them. Fuck everybody else.
Absolutely. But I also think that this is my thing. I also think that you as a gay kid, yes, live your life and do what you have to do, but you also have to take into consideration that mom and dad also had a dream and a fantasy for you. And they need to accept that, but you also have to understand that a little bit of their dream is dying too. Now, I feel like it's up to the parents to take the lead and be like, okay, baby, we're going to go with it. But I still think you should kind of, you have to know that.
But this is the thing, Corey. It's the parents' dream. It ain't your fucking dream.
Mm-hmm. Yo, I dreamt. My dream for my children, I was hoping that my girls would be little lesbians.
I actually told Jayana that she was gonna be a lesbian, and when she was in kindergarten, When she was in kindergarten and the teacher asked her what she was going to be when she grew up, she was like, my mom said I'm going to be a lesbian.
No.
I wanted my kids, I didn't want to have grandchildren. I was like, please don't. And now, they're like, man, bitch, here's 5 grandchildren.
8. What you talking about, bitch? You got 8.
Children.
You got 8 grandkids.
Here they come.
Let me have a dream.
They shot my dream in the water, and I just got to deal with it and love them damn grandbabies.
Exactly.
I'm with you, because I was like, don't make me a grandmother before I'm 40, because then I can't be a grandmother. I got to be some other fucking name. And I'm a noni. I'm a noni.
Damn right.
My one son, my dream for him was not 4 bitches and 4 babies, but that's what the fuck I got. 2 bitches and 4 grandbabies.
You know what's kind of funny is my mom, she's kind of taking
We all got motherfucking dreams, but it ain't ours as parents. We got to live with that shit.
What you say, Jeremy?
it as a natural selection type situation now. Like, she has my sperm, like, it's on auction. She has called me FaceTime with so many women, and she's like, what do you think about this lady? Da-da-da-da-da. You know, we just get a turkey baster and get it going, you know. She really wants grandkids out of me, and I'm just like, okay, Mom, you know, let's take it back a bit. I'm so glad that you're accepting of everything, but at the same time, like, this isn't natural selection. Like, what I want and who I want and where I'm going to do it and how I'm going to do it.
Right. Okay, so that poses the next question. Do y'all want to be fathers?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you go. What?
No, Corey don't get to go first because Corey is not a guest.
Corey is my turn to talk. My turn to talk. No, I'm like,
I quickly remembered and hushed up, so okay.
That man bun got Corey on.
baby, it is so hot. I love it. No, I want to be a father. I know that I have the gene to be a good father. I was raised by and I am so fortunate. I was raised by a very good man. My dad has shown me so many things about life. He is, I can get up under a hood. I can dress a drag queen. I can go back to wherever. I'm so versed in all these things, and my dad has been the staple of everything of me being the man that I am today. And I consider myself to be a good man. I am a good man.
Happy Father's Day to your daddy.
Yes.
Happy Father's Day, Pops.
Is. And, he may have had his slip-ups or whatever with my mother, but with him being my father, he has exuded past expectations.
Amen. That's awesome.
And I realize now I am very fortunate, especially in the black community,
yes.
period, to be able to say that.
Yeah. Because black fathers take it the worst.
They do. Mm-hmm. Right. Wonderful. I have a wonderful, wonderful father, and he showed me a lot of good things about being a man, about being a good man at that. And I know that I have a gene to be a great father. And
when you're ready, I'll carry the baby for you.
That bitch's shit is dried up. Don't do it, Jeremy. Your baby gonna come out fucked up. She got fucked up genes. That shit is so molded, corroded, and don't do it, Jeremy.
I want to be a surrogate for somebody.
You're a surrogate for the devil. She's a surrogate for the devil.
He gonna carry his titties.
He gonna send that magnesium citrate baby right on down.
Baby, double says.
Jeremy, pass. It's okay to say I pass.
The baby gonna be on the board, and it ain't gonna be. It's gonna be on the motherfucking floorboard.
Okay. I do want to be a father one day. I do. I want my own.
Awesome, Jermz.
I want to go there, but I also understand that there is planning that comes with that, which is awesome because I do get to plan to have a kid. It's not just gonna be like, oops, my bad. Oh, right.
He said the best part of being gay is I choose when I want to be a parent.
Right.
No flips. No
Corey.
okay.
Corey, do you want to be a father?
Of course. I've always wanted to be a father. I think from yours. I had a deadbeat dad. So I think for me, it's kind of reverse. I want to almost kind of redo what my dad fucked up on, and I want to give my child what I didn't have. And to be a constant fixture in my child's life. So yeah, I would love to have kids or whatever. Like, I feel like that dream is kind of fading away from me.
It's not, because y'all motherfuckers can fucking have babies until y'all die.
Yeah,
so
that's true. But, you know, I'm older. Like, it's not completely closed.
Corey, my uncle had his last child at 63. Listen, so I don't.
Just had a baby at 65.
It comes down to preference at that point. Nobody really wants to be.
I mean, I'm just saying, Corey, your dreams are not. You're not dead. You don't get to clutch your pearls and be like, my dreams are dead. No, your shit still keep going, Corey.
If y'all have babies old, y'all babies gonna look old. So don't be babies.
Dream killer.
That is Ebony's word. She has said that to me so many
Dream
times.
killer. That's a motherfucking Debbie Downer for you right there. Straight up.
When y'all's baby come out looking like Benjamin Button and shit, then what? Y'all's baby come out like Benjamin Button, then what?
Let me tell y'all a quick story. Like, years ago, Ebony gave me some money. She was like, go buy the girls some clothes, some school clothes. And I was so excited because this is like shit that I've always wanted to do. Like, you know, go school shopping for my kids. Ebony, do you remember that?
I don't.
No.
You don't.
Well,
look at my face.
It's so funny because it meant the world to me and she don't even remember. But I went and got the girls some school clothes and shit. I was so excited.
Wait, I think I do. I think it was
she
it
lying.
JCPenney or Sears or something?
She lying.
No, it was when, you remember I worked at the Gap?
I do
and
remember.
I went and got them some Gap shit. Yeah, that was so fun. But yeah, I've always wanted to be a dad.
I do remember.
Bitch, you're a liar. She don't remember shit.
I'm like, she still don't remember.
I do remember him working at the Gap. I think the more memorable time, because I'm a big bitch, is when he worked at Denny's.
And y'all would come up there every Tuesday for Kids Eat Free on Tuesday?
Every Tuesday, we was there. The girls used to always be like, we want to go record work. We want some happy face pancakes. I'm like, let's go.
Let's go.
But only on Tuesdays. You can't go no other.
Good times.
Good times.
Y'all reflecting y'all old ass ages.
You guys have been, all except for Jeremy, and now Jeremy's my new friend, and he's going to be my part of my life for the next 30 years.
For Ebony's segment, yes?
Okay.
Say my name.
Okay, let's see. I gotta get in the iPad. Hold on.
So while you are doing that, I would like to say,
Let's go, Corey. In your true fashion, you do it every time. I will be disappointed if you didn't.
No, I do want to commend you guys for doing this episode. When Ebony told me about it, I thought that was really amazing. I really appreciate you guys doing this episode because you didn't have to. So it was really nice. I appreciate it. I really do.
Oh, hearts.
We want to make sure that, as us being your friend, we want to make sure that we say things like, I know I have a terrible habit of saying the gays.
A reckless mouth.
I don't want to be disrespectful or...
Yes, she does.
What, bitch?
I want to ask, is it disrespectful, when she said, earlier, you're our favorite gay? Is that disrespectful? Okay. Because you repeated it, and I was like, I wonder if that's, inappropriate. Right. I'll be trying to learn as we go. So,
I'm a habitual line stepper, and I don't want to be, doing that all the time. So I want to be respectful, and I want people to know that my heart, what better way to have somebody who knows me on here and knows that when I do say things, I mean no ill will. Everybody can get it.
That's a true statement.
This video comes to light like this bitch was like over there crying tears and shit tonight. Like, but she normally in her Peppa Pig.
Hey, Jeremy had her all in her feelings and shit. She was like, "I'm gonna donate some money to his charity." She was crying, Jeremy and Corey.
I mean, you was crying.
Yes, that bitch was crying.
I be feeling a certain type of way when I hear people when their come out stories and they have difficult stories about coming out. Like, it's just, I guess because I know what it feels like to not be accepted, to feel abandoned or not accepted. And it hurts me to know that my friends have not, the people that I love weren't accepted or feel like they weren't accepted or they're invisible. Like, I never want my friends to feel that way. Ever. And so it bothered me to hear you tell your truth. Because I had never heard it before. Like, I remember being there during that time, but it's never been verbalized. So, yeah.
She gonna cry when she get in the car. That bitch crying right now. She's so fucking sensitive. The hardest thug on the motherfucking street. She'll do a drive-by, shoot your grandmama and your daddy, fuck your daddy, but cry all the time. She's so sensitive.
Because I have a heart, bitch.
You got your segment.
I'm pulling up now.
Say my name.
Shit.
You can't pull up. You can't walk with two bubble gum at the same time.
I had to get in my thing. Okay. Oh, this has absolutely nothing to do with pride. This is just what somebody sent, and we gonna go with it.
Okay.
So it says, my daughter's best friend.
Right.
I'm a 46-year-old man that has a crush on his daughter's best friend. I've known her since she was a young child, and now she is 22. Should I tell her or keep it to myself?
Nigga, you need to whoop your... Look.
Hey, Tasha, you're not the guest. Jeremy.
Bother my spirit. I'm sorry.
Jeremy, you get to discuss it first. Jeremy shaking his head like, what?
Jeremy, it's on you, baby.
I have a crush.
Tell him, Jeremy.
It's a crush. Do you always tell your crush that you're crushing on them?
Well, obviously he does. He wants to. He wrote in about the shit, so he wants y'all to give him permission to do so.
He definitely wants permission to fuck his daughter's childhood friend.
That you didn't love that over since she was a motherfucking child.
Yeah. She got a point. And another is, do you really want to ruin that relationship with your daughter?
Because that's exactly
that's what it boils down to.
That's what it boils down to. I'm going to say, just fuck the girl and don't tell nobody. And y'all just...
How did I know you were going to say
that? That's the Ebony answer.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Thank you.
And just, go on about your business. Like, don't try to have a relationship with her and don't, be wine and dining. Go fuck that 22-year-old.
No, but Corey, I'm sorry.
Don't get her pregnant.
No, y'all, what y'all missing?
The movie, do y'all remember the movie American Beauty with Kevin Spacey?
Yes.
Exactly, but what y'all missing is the fact that he is beyond it. He don't just want to fuck her. Like, it's not just a fuck that he wants to do.
How you get that out of that?
How you get out of having a crush,
Because
bitch?
what it said was a motherfucking crush. So, bitch, where you at? Did you write this
What
shit?
you mean?
He wants more.
That's not what he said.
That's what I heard.
Did you write this shit? I'm sorry,
He
Ebony.
must have wrote it and fucking sent it in.
I'm sorry, Ebony. Read that shit again.
They said, I'm a 46-year-old man that has a crush on his 22-year-old daughter's best friend.
That's what the fuck he said.
He been wanting to fuck her. That man is looking for a relationship with her.
But the fact infatuated with her. He's not in love with her. He's crushing.
He want to fuck. So
He wants some pussy from a young
my
bitch.
advice would
Where you
be,
get? He want to marry this 22-year-old hoe. Where you get that from?
don't get no feelings.
He's been looking at her for years.
He has.
Since he was a fucking infant. That's a problem.
Yeah.
It's disturbing as fuck.
Now,
Ain't nothing romantic cool about
you guys are, the train is derailed again.
I love the
They go to
Get
home.
back on the train car. Get back
It's
in the
the
train.
bill for me. Let me tell you, for some reason, I like inappropriate kind of shit as long as it's not illegal. So, like a nice secret rendezvous. Shout out to Karen White.
Yes.
Would be like so hot. Like I feel like it would be hot, but that's all it gotta be. That's all it gotta be.
They can have several secret rendezvous in different hotel rooms at different times and all that.
However, his question was, should he even tell her that he has a
No.
crush? She don't even know that he like her. He don't know if the feelings are going to be reciprocated. She might be like, you old bitch.
No.
But is he like a 46-year-old that look like Morris Chestnut? Or is he like...
First of all, Morris Chestnut isn't aging well.
Yeah, give me a
What the
drink.
fuck?
You don't think so?
I ain't never really been big on Morris. Give me a drink.
Let's get
Like, okay, y'all know who else I think is how he's older? Let me see how old he is.
Boris Kojo?
Mike Epps.
Mike Epps is getting sexy.
Sexier. He been sexy.
I'm actually going to see him in person on the 19th.
His curly hair, that goatee.
So if you like he's 50, like if you a dad like that look like Mike Epps or in that arena, she probably want to know.
I was going to do it to Don Curry, so.
Oh, bitch. Vomit, throw up.
But no, that motherfucker was hot. He was sexy. That motherfucker. DC Curry was looking good in that motherfucker.
Sexy, beautiful, clean, bald head, shot.
Don Curry?
Man, look.
They are so disgusting to me. That's why I'm glad me and Ebony ain't never had the same taste, because that is horrible.
Well, I was about to rock his world. They be on the next time
You on your own right there.
Look, Curry. He looking at his leg. He looking at Ebony like this.
And I was looking at him like, come and get it, daddy. I'm going to post my picture with him on Facebook.
Y'all making me upset to my stomach right now.
Yes, honey, that tall drink of water. And then I tried to touch his chest, and his bodyguard gonna move me out the way. And he was told his bodyguard, you better watch out.
That's why she went and sucked that other man dick, because that was that same night. She went and sucked that other man dick because she couldn't get the dick. So she did something petty and went and sucked her friend's boyfriend dick.
Yes. You're such a horse.
It's a lot more to that story. We can't even really give too much away because they probably listen, but
Yeah, we'll talk about that off air.
yeah, but anyway, sometimes the bitch got back to the say my name. Look, sir, I think you should tell her, and I think you should tell her in the form of put your dick on the glass, just let it all hang out, open the door, butt ass naked, like,
I
I
think
got a
you
crush
should
on
tell
him.
her father first.
He probably fine. Because 46, today 46 ain't
46 don't look like 46 back in the day.
Let me tell you something.
He probably looked like a motherfucking mud duck.
Say that again.
If he was fine, he wouldn't be looking at his daughter's friends.
Correct.
They'd be lined up.
That's not true. That's not true. I got a friend right now that I be looking at her son.
I got a friend too. I be looking at her son.
Not y'all bitches, but you know whose son I be looking at, Shari?
And I got a friend that you my son.
any of my friends' sons, but I fuck somebody's son that's around the same age as my son. I don't know that bitch, but
this friend's son
way out of bounds for me. I have no interest in fucking someone anywhere in the 20s.
This friend's son is so fine. I had to call Shawty and be like, I didn't want her son look like that. Shoot, I was ready to get Cougar. What you need? What's your bills is?
Okay, let me say pay your bill. No, Natasha, I wouldn't want to date anybody in their 20s, but I fuck them in their 20s.
The shit out of them.
I mean, I get it, and I've been there, done that. That's just not where I am in my life right now.
that
I mean,
bitch
you
said
was
the
We
shit.
were fucking 19-year-olds when we was in our late 20s.
That's what the fuck I just said, ho. Why you put my business in the motherfucking street?
That's not
fucking sad.
episodes ago.
Of course, in my 20s, that's the fuck what I'm supposed to do. Be promiscuous as hell. But no, not if I'm about to be fucking 50 years old. What the fuck
I
are you
was
like?
probably 30, actually. She was probably like 31, 32, honestly.
You need. That's why you so angry. You need a motherfucking 20-something-year-old to blow your motherfucking back out so you can goddamn relax.
It is Jordans.
That's how Stella got her groove back.
Winston, bro, take that to
Well, I don't need a hoe trying to dictate why my attitude is the way that it is.
Sorry.
Okay, tell me how to feel.
How can I tell you what?
How to feel. I don't even know how to feel. You don't even know what your pussy feeling from one moment to the next. Now stop it.
My pussy know all his feelings.
Oh, Lord, help me.
More than it can count.
Jesus.
My beef
Anyway,
is right now. My beef is with this bitch up here in the red.
I'm in pink, actually.
Pink, redhead, whatever.
Hear her roar.
Corey said roar. Growl, bitch.
Okay, so we are in. It doesn't matter what y'all said. It doesn't, y'all listeners. It never matters what the fuck they said. Actually, it only matters what Corey said because he agreed. So we are in agreement that you need to go ahead and fuck her, sir, and just call it a day. Don't tell nobody. Y'all keep that between y'all, and then y'all go about your business. Just don't get her pregnant. Please wrap it up. Don't
He gonna give her some of that fucking elderly dick. Cause to her, he elderly.
That's not elderly.
I said, Corey, I said to her, that's.
He asked if he should even tell her, and y'all went straight into fucking. So y'all just like basically slip into your daughter's room when the bitch is drunk, come in drunk, and slip your dick into her. That's what the fuck y'all just told about the fuck.
Tasha, they 22 now. He's just gonna pull up to her house.
Right. No, but that we read between the lines. That's what he really wanted. That's what he really wanted to do. What you want to tell her you got a crush just to tell her? No, he trying to fuck.
Yeah, because
I told somebody I had a crush on them. I didn't just say.
Yeah, but he
gon'
gon'
crush on them so they fucking know. I told them so they know I'm gonna fuck.
He gonna know that.
Y'all just gave him the green light to slide up in there anyway.
Yes.
Go ahead, sir.
He gonna fuck her with his old man, I wanna fuck a young girl mentality, and she gonna get fucking sprung because she ain't used to nobody. Y'all know old people fuck different than young people, and she gonna get some of that old dick, and then her ass gonna be wilding the fuck out, and he gonna be mad as fuck.
Why does 46 gotta be old?
To her, it's old.
Are we at the wrap up yet? 2 hours.
I just got an Amber Alert.
I'm ready for the wrap up.
Jeremy said he just got an Amber Alert.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
Me too.
Oh,
It's probably
That's a 2-year-old. That's the 46-year-old.
Y'all so stupid.
okay, y'all, let's wrap this up. Jeremy, let the people know where they can find you.
You can find me on Facebook by first name Jeremy, Jeremy, Chappelle JPELL. You can also find me on Instagram at j.chaps. That is j.chappz.
Okay.
Write that down so we can be friends. Okay?
Please, come follow me.
She's a fucking stalker.
You're a goddamn lie. I'm too fond to be a stalker. I don't stalk anybody.
Fucking lie, bitch.
I get stalked.
Okay.
Clearly.
I stalked one motherfucker in my life, and I sat on this porch. Remember, Corey?
What a donut.
What is donut?
But what?
What a donut. She had hemorrhoids. So she had a little donut. And she was
I sure did have hemorrhoids.
Corey, I love you. You so revealing.
And she got hemorrhoids because she keep drinking that citrate. That's why the bitch got hemorrhoids. I know that was 15 years ago. Nigga, or longer.
It was more than that. It was more than 15 years ago. It was at least 20 something years ago. Yeah, for sure. Okay, anyway, enough with these bitches. Y'all can follow.
And that motherfucking shirt she got on.
Are you done? Are you finished or are you done?
We'll see. Go ahead. We'll see. Contingent on the next comment, ho. Contingent.
You can follow Naturally Unbothered on IG, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Email us at naturallyunbothered2@gmail.com. That is naturallyunbothered2@gmail.com. Or you can leave us a message at 912-434-1414. That's 912-434-1414. If you guys want to learn more about the LGBTQIA community, dial 912-434-1414. You can listen on Apple, Stitcher, iHeart, Spotify, wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, that's where you can find us. We are everywhere. Make sure you subscribe, rate, and leave a message or leave a review, and click the notification button so that you can be notified every time we upload a new video on YouTube. If you're looking for Naturally Unbothered merch, we have merch. We have t-shirts, shot glasses, coffee mugs, just all the shit. Go on the website. It's www.naturallyunbothered.com. www.naturallyunbothered.com. So I just need for everybody to tell their friends, to tell their whole ass friends to tune in to Naturally Unbothered. But I also want to give you a tad bit of information. So if you really want to learn more about the GLAD community, there are all different types of places you can go. There's for transgender questions. You can go there to glad.com, glad.org. That's GLAAD.org. And I mean, it's just an array, a plethora of information about the LGBTQIA community.
That's it?
That was a lot. I know it was a lot. I wanted to make sure that people knew where to go because I need y'all to educate y'all's dumbass selves. Educate yourselves.
We all could use it. I want to thank you guys so much for having me, and thank you, Corey, for inviting me to meet these wonderful women. I love all of them. Thank you, Corey, and thank you, ladies. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming on the show. You can come on the show anytime you would like. You will no longer be the new dick, but you will still be a dick.
I will take that.
Thank you for your candor. Thank you for your candor.
Thank you for your vulnerability, because you were very revealing and very vulnerable. We appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, because this was our topics, and I know mine was very touchy, and so thank you guys for sharing your story.
Absolutely. I would like to just also give a shout out to Jeremy. Yesterday was Jeremy's birthday.
Happy birthday! One time for the birthday.
Hey.
We're gonna celebrate this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Wear a condom.
Take a shot with y'all.
Yes.
Our plan is the goal is to get fucked like a slut this weekend.
Oh.
That is my type of party.
I ain't never did that, but I want to try.
Fuck me like a slut.
Ooh, yes.
Sounds like a porn and dildo weekend for me.
Come join us, girl. You know it's Juneteenth, honey.
Okay, and it's Juneteenth weekend, baby.
He said, baby.
Down. Me and all y'all dance so I can see all the goody goodness is going down, honey.
Oh,
Yeah, I have to send posts and send y'all pictures.
But at
So
least
I can
FaceTime us one of the days so we can take a shot with y'all.
Oh,
For sure.
Sunday would be best. We're having birthday brunch for Jeremy Sunday, so I'll make sure I FaceTime you
Okay.
guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't forget, because I'm off work on Sunday, so that's perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
I can't.
Awesome. Thank y'all so much.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us. Yes.
Good night.
Until next time, it's been another episode of Daphne Unbothered. I know y'all used to us being grimy and gritty and all that stuff, but we needed to do something a little different this time, and we appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is a long motherfucking episode, and we're gonna release this shit as one, just because y'all need to take the extra time to wake up and look and see who's in your community, embrace and love these people.